Yo, 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 it's your girl Victoria Rosa. I got my girl.
Here we go.
And I got my girl.
DJ Love.
Yo, 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 it's your girl Victoria Rosa. I got my girl. Yes, yes, we got the relay, but it's okay, you know what I'm saying? So, this is Real Fantasy Podcast on what?
I say Podcast Network.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. DJ, baby. DJ, drop that shit.
Money kinda go Canada. We ain't even got a Canada. Bag it up, 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 bag it up. I don't trust you. When I see a nigga, fuck ya. Trying to get to this cash, dipping my nigga stash. Flip it, double put it right back. Trying to get to this money. Anything that's in front of me, I'm knocking it down. And now you bitches up under me. I don't see nothing but the faces dead presidents making. When you see me, you could kiss my ass and tell your nigga said thank you. Cash it out with my bad guy, nigga, that's the shit that I'm thinking. I'm even chasing clouds overseas. I don't even know where my bank is. Bag it up, fuck it up. Get these racks, we gon' stack it up. Money kinda go Canada. We ain't even got a Canada. Bag it up, bag it up, bag it up.
So, how was y'all holidays? Danielle slid in with the family and she dipped out on us, and that shit was just bogus.
You know why?
I slid.
It's because she don't have no cousins.
No, not this family.
Oh, not that family.
Not this family.
Not
Oh, you
this
got
side.
cousins in this family.
A whole big family.
I got cousins over here.
Yes. What you do for Thanksgiving, love?
I went to my sister's house and hung out with my nephews.
Did you eat good?
She smoked the turkey this year, girl.
Ain't nothing like that deep fried turkey, but from my
she
Uncle
smoked
Clyde.
it.
Clyde,
It was great. Oh, your Uncle Clyde got a good.
Ooh,
What?
we can't even get no deep fried turkey no more. But you know it's all good. I had a good time. I ate good. Kids. London wore a little fairy dress. She had a little black and red dress on. She was, she was good. So I want to kick it into this, y'all. Manipulation. What is manipulation with
A
y'all?
part of life.
Is
It is a
way
part of life.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a way. It's a way of some people's life. Everybody has to use manipulation
Some
at least
tactic?
once. Yes, but not always in a bad way.
Yeah, not in a bad way.
So I want to ask y'all, like, manipulation. Do you think you manipulate situations to alter what you have going on, or to manipulate the situation to get what you want? Do y'all?
I don't think I have to alter, but I will manipulate the situation to make it go my way.
You?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Give me some examples, because I need to know.
You give us an example.
Manipulation? Me? How do I manipulate things? I don't know. So I don't see that in me. Do you think I manipulate things?
No, I don't. I think you just,
Play the victim all the time?
I don't think you're a victim. I think you just, your sense of what's going on is a little off.
It is.
It's off, so you don't see what other people see.
Because
You just be making up shit a little bit.
I guess I see what I see in the situation. So, yeah, I don't think I manipulate too much.
I don't think you do at all.
So, how do y'all manipulate situations?
That trigger word. Give me one word, baby, and if I can put that in my favor, it's going.
You alter your way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Like, say, for instance, at work, do y'all ever manipulate a situation to fit what you want? Or even in
I
relationships?
don't think work is that personal to me to have to change or manipulate anything in that environment.
Right. What about relationships? How do you manipulate it? How do you manipulate it?
You know, sometimes I fly off the handle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you might get mad at me for flying off the handle, right?
Yeah.
And then I may be leaning towards how you're feeling. But if you tell me you're sorry,
then it was your
It's
way.
on and popping. I'm gonna take the whole sorry and make it right for me.
Yes, this is what it is. I had seen a TikTok, and they was talking about white women, and they were saying that how white women were built, and white women were built to manipulate situations. That's how they can cry on sight. That's how they can play victim in a lot of situations, and that's how they manipulate the situation. And it goes back to them saying that before, they didn't have no voice.
Who didn't have voices?
White women.
Where?
They had to do back in the days, like, way before us.
We didn't have voices neither as black men or women.
No, well, I'm gonna get to that too, because we had voices as black women and with our black men before a bunch of shit happened. But they were saying that white women were raised to listen, do what you're told, do this. So they were trained to be pretty, quiet, and when things don't go that way, they were trained to cry on sight and manipulate situations so things can go their way. Now, when it comes to black women in the slave era, yeah, but before then, they were saying that men used to look up to us, to black women. Okay. Our insight, we were powerful women. Our insight, we had the intuition to show men which way to go, even though men were the people who built things, but they would always look to that black woman
for guidance.
But they were saying that, white women were they were trained to do this, and that falls into manipulation. What y'all feel about that?
Emmett Till, baby. I forget the lady name, but she lied about him.
And she brought it to light, right?
Well, she about to die. She old. She waited too long.
And that's why a lot of slaves were killed, because a lot of white women said that black men were trying to hit on them, and that was manipulation too. Yeah.
Very much so.
Interesting. So, do y'all think now, and we're gonna go back to the black women, that men are now coming in the rotation of listening to their women? Not saying taking orders from their women, but listening to their women.
If they're smart, they will.
With guidance,
if they have a
and
smart
stuff.
woman, or not necessarily just a smart woman, but one with integrity.
Right.
And it's rotating back into the feminine and masculine energy. I had seen something where it was an Indian guy. It's indigenous. He was like, we're indigenous people, which we all are. Native, yeah.
Natives or Indians?
Natives, Indians, yeah, natives. We are people of this land. And he was saying that how the women were gods to them. Not necessarily gods. He didn't say gods. Let me rephrase that. He was saying that everything that happened came from women because their men respected women. But now it's altered in the agenda that they were pushing, that they don't made us disrespect our black women of melanin or color. But back then they used to talk to women because they were the wise ones. So that was great. I should have put it in the thing so you guys can hear it. But manipulation is something crazy because men can manipulate
Donald
situations.
Trump manipulated the country.
You think Donald Trump manipulated, or was he who he was?
I don't know the man, so it's manipulation to me.
But do you think he hid things like Bill Clinton did? Like, I honestly believe now, from being older, that Bill Clinton was racist.
You think he was racist?
Yeah, I don't think, not Bill, yeah. George Bush, I don't think he was racist, but I think Bill Clinton was.
Give me an example of why Bill Clinton was racist.
I think that he hid the right hand from the left hand. So he made it seem like he was for us. He enjoyed our culture, but I don't think he was really for us, which to me, that's an undercover racist.
Okay, so how can a man honestly, how can someone that's never been in that situation or been that person really know the struggle?
And they can't.
No.
But when you make bills or sign...
Well, those bills were not private. Those bills were signed in front of people.
It was,
Whole
absolutely.
Congress of people.
After the fact that we voted for him.
Well,
So...
Bill Clinton have something to do with the 88 crime bill too?
Yeah.
Him and Joe Biden?
Yeah.
I know he did the 94 crime bill with Joe Biden. But what about the 88?
88. I'm not for sure, but it's just like he was just, yeah. I feel like Donald Trump is racist, but we know what to expect from him. Joe Biden in the situation, I feel like...
Is Donald Trump racist? Or that's just how he was brought up?
I feel like, and that can be pinpoints too, I feel like Donald Trump is who he is. And he's not going to put on a front. So we expect that from him. But Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, even Bush, I expect that from him because that's what we see.
My favorite president.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. And we can expect it. It's like when somebody's being their true self, you know what to see, you know what it is. Mm-hmm. It's not something that's hidden from you trying to pretend. And Joe Biden, he done that.
You think he pretended? We know he signed both of those bills, right?
We do. But he's like, oh, Obama, I don't change. Like, because I believe people can change. But see,
I believe everybody can change, but white men.
And I should have thought about that. Yeah, we should have thought about that before we even...
I already knew. But I'd rather have him in office than Donald Trump.
I'm like reconsidering a lot of stuff with that situation. It's just something about it. Like, how can you bring immigrants into the country and offer them reparation, and you haven't offered any people from this country reparation? That's what's sticking with me.
So who did he offer that to? Who
People,
did Joe Biden offer that to?
Joe Biden want to offer people that's coming in this country.
What people?
Any people, all the people they got from Afghanistan, even people from Haiti, and it is black people. But how can you do that? And you ain't even doing this for the people that's within your country right now.
Okay.
You don't see something wrong with that? Like, why our people can't, like my grandma, why she can't get 40 acres in a mule? Why she does deserve it, mm-hmm. which could have been passed on to us, mm-hmm. even with my dad and them. Could have been passed on, Right. Why are you offering it to new people that's coming in this country and not offering it to the people that's here?
Okay, so when was the first time you heard about stimulus being given out to the American people, the lower class people?
The first time it actually registered to me, because politics, what my thing was, Donald Trump. But I know
this the first time you heard about it, right?
But I know.
The first time I heard about a stimulus was George Bush.
I know Obama
was it George
did
Bush?
The stimulus with
the stimulus.
I can't remember about him. Exactly.
I know Obama did it with the house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well, people seem
George
to forget
Bush
about
sent
that.
everyone $500 once.
Did
right, yeah, right when he left the office, he sent everyone a check for $500.
Did he?
Know why.
We weren't old enough.
No,
we were old enough because I got my check. I remember that.
No, we couldn't have been. I was in high school when he was.
Well, who?
That's when the Twin Towers was down and out. Well, yeah. And I was in school because we was in the gym.
It wasn't. Maybe it was. Who was I? Come on, let's line up the presidents real quick, starting with George Bush.
George W. Bush or H.W. Bush?
W.
Okay. That was right before
Bill Clinton and George W.
Bill Clinton was before George Bush. What was he after?
George Bush was after.
After Bill Clinton, yeah.
Yep. And then
President Obama.
And then
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
What year did President Obama become president?
Was it 2008?
I don't know. It's a history lesson.
Google it.
No, it wasn't 2008 because I think yeah.
Yeah. It was 2008, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So, right when Bush was leaving the office. Mm-hmm. I wasn't in high school anymore.
No, you wasn't.
I was 4 years out of high school, actually. And that's when he sent the checks.
I didn't get no check.
I ain't know nothing about it.
$500 check.
You get your check?
I didn't get none of that.
Check. What's that? That treasurer's website.
Run me my coins, please. But getting into politics when you're a little older, you kind of understand it. Danny was the one that we always went to because she knew a lot about what was going on. But actually viewing it and seeing it and going back and this shit is crazy. Like, what's her name? What's Bill Clinton's wife?
Hillary.
I would never vote for her. Ever.
Did.
I didn't. It's just something about her that just said evilness, and it's just I didn't like her at all.
That's fine. It's kind of how I feel about Kamala Harris.
Oh, speaking on that damn
We
topic.
speaking on it. We ain't talking about that black woman. Mind your mother.
Kamala Harris. Okay, so she set up. She put this notion in like she was gonna help black people with and she had the pearls and the Chuck Taylors giving like black girl magic thing, and we voted for her.
She was AKA.
I don't know if she AKA or not. And she get in office and ain't done shit for us.
What can she do?
She ain't even, like, even if you hear her interviews, it's nothing aiming towards what she did when she got elected. And then researching, like, going back and researching things, she used to be a prosecutor, right? Mm-hmm. It was footage of her actually laughing about putting black men in jail behind marijuana for years.
So she was laughing that I'm putting these black men in jail. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, she was like, haha, yeah, they got years. But who didn't smoke weed back in the day? Like, but basically saying, yeah, I smoked weed, but I did this to them. And that's what I took out the situation. I'm just like, God damn, like.
See that.
And then I didn't know that she was married to a Jewish guy.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Did you know that?
We all knew she had a white husband.
I didn't know he was Jewish and was big into the medical field and friends with Fauci's wife.
What's wrong with Dr. Now, I fucks with Dr. Fauci.
That's the white man, right? Mm-hmm. I don't fuck with him at all.
What did he do to you?
Tell lies.
What did he lie about?
Everything.
Tell me.
Lie.
Specific lie.
Man, the vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination in the COVID pandemic, he lied about all of that.
He never lied about the pandemic.
He
said
absolutely.
what was going to happen. He gave us an estimate of how many people might die from this.
And he made it happen. It wasn't something that happened. He made that happen.
He made those people die?
He was part of the people who invented it. The COVID-19 came from animals, which is basically pneumonia or the common cold. And then you stretched it out like it was a pandemic, and it wasn't. Stretched it out and made it.
We don't retract that. It definitely was a pandemic.
It was definitely a pandemic.
It was a pandemic because the government made it a pandemic. And then when you put the government inside for your alternative motive, cause fear, cause chaos, make control. That's what he did, and that's what he's trying to do now.
It was his call. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know if he was the one. If that's true, I don't think he would be the one that says, I'm going to cause this to happen.
Who? His wife.
I don't think so either.
He wouldn't have been the face of it if he was the cause of it.
And that's the thing. They're going through trial right now, going through paper to prove that he knew all this shit was going to happen, and he basically caused it. Absolutely. For real, I'm gonna have to bring it up. I'm gonna show you.
Obama also knew it was gonna happen.
Obama did.
First of all, we ain't. President Obama has nothing to do.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad sense because.
But what I am gonna tell you is, President Obama left instructions for the COVID vaccine. He left shit to happen, just like H1N1 swine flu. President Obama nipped that shit in the butt.
Ebola, he knocked it out.
He definitely did.
President Trump
ignored it.
Dismantled the whole cabinet for the vaccine. Mm-hmm. We don't need this. We ain't funding this. It's not going to happen. Trump took that away. So we ain't going to say President Obama did.
No, none of it. We're not saying that he done any of it. I'm just saying that he was aware, and he did what he was supposed to do as a president.
He left instructions. He left shit for you.
So speaking of COVID, have y'all heard about this new variant?
Yeah.
What is it?
So you got people in the hospital saying that
Omicron.
They letting it know. Oh, we need these units. We need this because of patients are not people who have in-house surgeries. Families are not going to be able to come up here because we're going to need this unit for another pandemic. So if you know that we're going to need this,
nip that in the butt. before President Trump
So
got rid of the supplies and the ventilators and all the shit, it probably wouldn't have been as bad.
okay, so President Trump got rid of the ventilators, but when Biden was in office,
Who's Biden?
What, no, Joe Biden, not Biden. Joe Biden was in office. We had the ventilators, right? It was millions of ventilators sent out to hospitals because they were saying that this is what it was going to use. Then Fauci recommended that they took the ventilators out. Ventilators were trashed, and now you're
Under
telling
President Trump's administration.
no.
Not President Biden's administration.
Under-
Because the number of people that had COVID declined under Joe Biden's administration.
Absolutely not. That's incorrect information. No.
All
Well,
I gotta do is Google it, baby.
I am.
Wait.
And President Biden. Why do I want to call him Biden?
Because I
'Cause
want to hate on President Obama so bad. That ain't
Biden,
happening
no.
nowhere.
Fauci and Biden, I something don't sit right in my spirit with them two. That's just, And God, what's her name? Harrison, Miss Harrison? Kamala Harrison. She the president right now, ain't she?
I think he's out of surgery.
He had a surgery. This whole thing is a
But I'm not
setup,
for sure.
but I don't like it at all. I just it just don't sit right with me. You about to look this up?
You know I am.
We're about to figure out the ventilators.
What about the ventilators?
What we looking up?
How many people died under Trump's administration?
Of COVID, and then make sure you verse it with Biden
I
as
am.
well.
That's why I specifically said Trump.
Okay. With Biden as well. But yeah, Biden, he's not a good president. He don't try how many times and he finally in the office and ain't done shit for the people that's in this
All right.
country.
So last full day, the nation's records of COVID deaths under Trump's administration was 400,000.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish saying what
Go
you
ahead. 400,000.
I gotta Google it, but finish saying what you were saying.
Hell, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I don't care for him. He's not like he's the worst president. To me, being an adult, is the worst president besides Bill Clinton. I think Bill Clinton was not a good president. He did a lot of shit to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this for you," but it really didn't happen. How you like Joe Biden?
I don't care for him. But honestly, I don't pay attention to the man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was done with him when he did that. You ain't black if you don't
Vote for me. And then he tell the people, he say, Biden, if you feel like you can go to war and bear arms against your government, let me tell you this, you ain't got no nukes and you don't have no what he say, revolver, aka revolver, some shit like that. He's really saying this to us, the people. How can you say that when you're the president?
Exactly.
That shit is beyond me. Like, that shit is.
Approximately 353,000 deaths.
And then we're gonna think about with the deaths, everything. If somebody came in a hospital saying they were marking this, and this is documented in hospitals, they were marking this as COVID deaths when
You know
half
this.
of so
Under Trump's administration also. Well, that's where it started it.
half of these. That's what, and that goes back to me saying this is a false planned pandemic to insert
Pandemic
fear,
is not false.
chaos, and control.
The pandemic isn't false. When these people have died.
I mean, I'm not disregarding the people that has died,
Okay.
but what they're saying that they died from COVID, that's
We already
not
know
true.
that. People were going in. We already know. They said if you wasn't going in the hospital from a gunshot wound or a car accident, they were labeling it as COVID.
Because they automatically get paid.
Right.
So how is this a pandemic of COVID-19 or COVID?
Well, a lot of people
When
really
people
did die from COVID, though.
A lot of people, and it was misdocumentation.
But some
It
people
becomes
still
a
passed away from
pandemic
COVID.
once it's worldwide. Once it's worldwide, it becomes a pandemic, and this was worldwide.
They made it worldwide. It was
I
propaganda.
understand that they made it worldwide, but it was still
You
a
can't
pandemic.
disregard those people that did die from COVID.
More people died of the flu than they really died of COVID. So is it a pandemic of the flu too?
the flu has been around for how long?
Exactly. In COVID is a variant of the flu and pneumonia. Let's be technical.
Yeah, it is. But
They just made it be more than what it. They just.
I'm just saying, if I had lost a loved one to COVID and you came and dismissed their whole shit, I would be upset about it.
It's not dismissing the fact that they passed of COVID. It's dismissing the fact that the government tried to make this a pandemic, and they're still trying to make it a pandemic and makes people scared.
It is a pandemic. Once
it
it
is.
happens.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a pandemic now.
It's a pandemic.
It's not. They're trying to make it. They
It's
made
definitely
it.
one.
It's a pandemic.
They made it a
Just
pandemic.
like AIDS.
Okay, we can
Just like
agree on
AIDS,
that.
That was a pandemic.
They made it a pandemic. Man-made pandemic to insert fear and all of that. When it didn't have to be that. They didn't have to do all that. Y'all created this virus and then y'all let it loose and then y'all creating these shots and everything. It's just it's a cold.
Without chaos, there's no order.
That's why I'm getting at. So they did this. And it's something bigger that we don't know that I need to figure out, and I need you to help me figure
already
out.
told us in 2019 that
Something big, yeah, something big. He did
in
Sitting
March
at the bar,
of
he was-
2020.
we thought this
some
man was
big-ass
crazy.
shit.
He was like, "You gotta be solid." He said, "It's not gonna hit as bad as here, but it's gonna be." And once he started talking, and then you remember the dude that was sitting in there? He hit me up 2 days before you hit me up. And he was like, "Do you remember the guy that said this?" He hit me up. He was like, "You remember the dude
He
that?"
told us March of 2020 is gonna be something bad.
He did. He did.
I was like, "Is it gonna be a war?" He was like, "No, it's not a war. It's gonna be something uncontrollable."
Right. He did tell us this. And he said he was in the military, special forces for a long time, but we never got his name. He never told us his name. He never told us where he was from or none of that.
It just popped up one day.
Boop. Sitting at the bar drinking. Seen him. He was there for a couple of nights, but that shit was wild. That was crazy. But we're going to get off the COVID shot and the planned pandemic.
And give Megan a plan B, baby.
Oh, shit. Am I pregos? Do you know that? Do you sense that?
No.
Okay. Then I ain't pregnant. Then you'll be like, you pregnant. I'll be like, end up being pregnant. So I want to talk about, a lot of people have been talking about the top female artists of our generation. What is y'all top 5?
Technically, somebody explain to me the generation. Is it something that I've seen before, or music I've heard before, or within my age range?
I'm going to say since we've been born. I guess that's our generation.
Since we've been born?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be our generation because technically this
But what
is
if
still
they
our
was born
generation.
before us, but we know them from our...
Was they still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's our
I mean,
generation.
even if
too.
they weren't alive, they still probably would be. We still consider them, right?
Yeah, and that's what I'm asking. Do they have to be in our age group, or can it just be somebody we know?
Yeah,
what we
I guess
listen to?
in general.
Okay.
Yeah, that's relevant.
The top female artist?
Yeah. Vocalist.
Whitney Houston, baby.
Of course.
That's number 1. Who's next?
After Whitney?
I love Anita Baker.
Anita Baker.
I like Patti LaBelle.
Patty.
Patty.
Patty, yeah. She did a
Patty.
lot.
Patty.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want to go see Patti LaBelle.
So let's rephrase
I
this.
gotta put Janet Jackson on there.
Janet
Yes,
can't
I'm
sing.
definitely a Janet fan. I love Janet.
Well, I said
Jackson.
vocalist.
Well,
Well, she's a singer.
she's a singer. She's really not a vocalist because she really can't sing that well.
Okay, Janet.
She can harmonize.
And who else?
Beyonce up there.
Duh.
Beyonce with Aretha Franklin and Anita Baker.
I would say Whitney Houston. Beyonce. You mean like overall or just vocalist?
Vocalist, and then we're gonna do overall.
Okay. I gotta think about this.
You gotta get
It's
it.
random, but I say it's Whitney Houston, Kiki Wyatt,
Kiki White, yeah.
Mariah Carey, Beyonce.
And one more.
Who else can sing? Oh, Christina Aguilera.
That's what I was like. You ain't missing my
I was
girl.
actually over here
Aguilera.
thinking Christina Aguilera.
Yes.
She is. She.
Kiki Wyatt not get the recognition. I guess she didn't have that
that
Flair.
yeah.
But
So
she can sing.
okay, so top female artists of all time, not all time of all time. There goes.
Beyonce is number one.
Who else?
Of all time, when you said Beyonce,
She said overall performance.
I mean,
Performance vocalist.
who can compete with that?
Michael Jackson.
He's a man. I am a boy. Damn it. What?
Nobody can compete with Beyonce.
I guess it would have to go to Janet Jackson though.
It would have to. As
would
far as
have to go to
performance,
her.
yeah.
Yeah. Cause she was up
It
there
has to go to
too.
her.
I mean, she don't have opening acts. She's on the stage for
So what
hours.
about Celine
herself.
Dion?
I don't know her no more.
You don't know her no more. So if we could do the new generation, which I don't feel like we have a lot of vocalists like from 2000 up. I don't think there's any really great singers besides.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, Jasmine, Adele.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Jasmine, Adele, Christina, and I
What's the girl? What's the Spanish girl name?
who?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana. Do you listen to her? She can sing. She sings. She hit notes like Mariah. Mariah, and also Jessie J. Y'all might not like her, but she can
No, I
sing.
like her. She can sing.
She can blow.
Yeah,
So
she lost her baby the other day. That's sad.
that is sad. I seen that when it popped up on my timeline. She lost her baby. She had a miscarriage. That's yeah, that's sad.
We're going to the male artist.
Oh, okay.
MJ.
Michael Jackson, top
Prince.
vocalist. Prince. Okay,
Prince.
Michael Jackson, Prince.
Uh-huh.
Who else? Let's
Usher.
Usher.
I just want to be a little tinty.
And I already knew what it is. Okay. And you know, people that we grew up with. We grew up with Chris Brown.
Definitely Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
I like Trey Songz, y'all.
I love Trey
I love Trey
Songz.
Songz, but he ain't in there.
I don't
He
like. I
ain't-
don't
oh,
like
yeah.
his voice that much, but I love
him,
his
but he
music.
ain't in there.
But y'all gonna skip over R. Kelly?
No, I'm not gonna skip out R. Kelly. R. Kelly was amazing at what he did, music wise, talent wise. R. Kelly was the shit. Who made a song? I believe I can fly, and it was sung through elementary school, middle school, high school. That was a theme song for everything.
My nephews sing that
Word.
song, and I'm like, how y'all know it?
How you know? Yeah.
Exactly. That's the only person. They was like, who can go against R. Kelly in the verses? Nobody.
Nobody.
He's the only person I can see that don't have any competition in the verses. You have to be
If Michael
Kells
Jackson was
versus
alive?
R. Kelly.
You don't think so?
He ain't the man in the mirror.
I think Michael could
Michael cannot go against Kelly.
have. That's interesting.
Michael is just in his own entity. Like he's just his own.
Michael's
His own
nobody can go
universe.
against Michael.
Nobody.
can go against Kelly.
It-
Nobody can go against Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. You don't think nobody can go against Chris
Nope.
Brown?
Who hit for hit?
I would put Chris Brown with R. Kelly.
You could. That would be
just
the only
think, just
one.
think,
But
just
they're-
think, okay. How many? Okay, I'm just gonna bounce around. I'm not for sure which song come off which album. You got 12 Play. You got Bump and Grind.
I don't
You
see
got
nothing wrong.
I Believe I Can Fly.
I believe I can
Space
fly.
Jams.
No, can't nobody go.
You
against
got.
that. Nobody.
You got feeling on your booty.
Feeling
It's
on your
just-
boot.
I mean, the Chocolate Factory.
Step in the name of love. He's just so
Period.
fucking random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody.
You know, I mean, even with the little mini series things that he
Yep.
was doing with the
In the
song,
trap
in the
closet.
like he's genius.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just him.
Well, on that note, so if we was to take the new generation, who would y'all compare?
To who?
Too.
The male artists. Who would be in the top 5 and who would be able to do the verses?
Chris Brown is number 1. Chris Brown is number 2,
Yeah.
and Chris Brown is number 3.
Yeah.
And then we can throw in Trey Songz.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about shit. The verses with
August
producers.
Alsina now. He can sing.
All I can think about is Entanglement when I hear his name.
He can sing, but I just feel like whatever happened with his career, because at one point in time, did he like go crazy or something? And he says like demons was attacking him, and
And that shit can happen for
yeah,
real.
he
he
had
was
posted-
definitely having a spiritual warfare.
But he posted, I think it was his birthday or sometime around. He was like, "This will be my last time around the sun because I'm not doing too good in health."
Yeah.
So he,
And then he met Jada.
this was this year.
Did he?
Yeah, so I don't know if he's got information that he's going to pass away within a year.
I
Got
mean,
just a year
Will
left to
Smith went
live.
and had him injected with something. Like, what's going
No,
on?
he's been sick. Remember his sister died or something?
Yeah.
So it
And
might
he
be
had to get the
hereditary.
kids. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look this up. That's saddening. But I want to get into this producer.
Who?
Who is the top 5 producers? The top 5 producers
Producers, Kanye West.
is up there, baby.
Definitely.
Timbaland. Do it. London. I guess London
Yeah,
on
London
the track
on the
now.
track.
No.
I don't know.
Zaytoven.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all forget about Pharrell and Missy?
Oh, Pharrell and Missy. No, Missy. Was she a producer?
Yes, ma'am. Aaliyah. Whole album.
Did I
I'm thinking-
miss
well,
that?
not whole album, but a lot of songs, yeah.
Okay, Missy. Pharrell, the Neptunes was a shit. That's all you heard was the Neptunes. Kanye West.
Yeah.
And who else was back in the day?
We had Minnie Fresh. We had.
Get
Oh
up,
my
boo.
gosh. we had.
Gucci suits.
We had Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah, Dr. Dre.
We
He did it
had-
for the East and West Coast,
Yeah,
didn't he?
He did.
Who else we had?
We had a
R.
lot of
Kelly.
people.
Okay. He in that category too. So if Kanye West was to go to versus with anybody, who you think he'll be in the category with right now?
As an artist or producer?
All over the whole thing.
Gotta think about that catalog, baby.
The whole thing.
I would put as a producer.
Think about the
As a
catalog.
producer, I would put him against the Neptunes
Yeah.
as a producer.
So
For
one
real?
of him and two of them. Okay, I see it.
I see how the shit playing
Kanye
out.
West is a genius.
Man,
Yeah,
that
Kanye
guy.
is two people.
I remember back.
He's Kanye and then he's Yeezy.
Yeezy.
So he's Yeezus.
Exactly.
No, okay. So as an artist, who do you think Kanye West would compare to?
For real. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I would have to. Damn.
As an artist, he said he'll go against Drake.
I would say Drake.
I did.
I would
he
say
he
Drake.
wouldn't go against Jay-Z because Jay-Z is
He's
like
his
a
boss.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said,
I would have to put him against Drake, but
I just don't.
I don't know because Drake got so many gems.
I never really been a Drake fan, so that's why I guess I don't agree with when people say, "Oh, Drake is up there." Maybe I need to go back and listen to his music.
Drake, he's just so, it's like he's so soft. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's
But then
because he's
every
soft.
now and then he drops some shit that just be so hard you would think that he's just from the streets like that. And he ain't built like that.
I don't know. I gotta go listen to his catalog because I really
I'm
ain't
not a
listened
Drake
to.
fan neither, but he do have songs I like. I'm not gonna go and say I have to download this album or go to a Drake concert.
No, I'll definitely go to a Drake concert.
I
and
wasn't-
I'll pay for his album.
I wouldn't. I ain't gonna
I ain't
lie.
paying for
I
everybody's
wasn't a
album.
Drake fan until I went to the Drake and Lil Wayne concert.
Did I go with y'all on that one? Yeah, I missed that one.
Sneaky link.
That's just my stink league. So with Nicki Minaj, who y'all think? What female artist y'all think can go against Nicki?
None.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Me neither. Nicki is like she can really rap like rap. So y'all wouldn't if she had a versus because Lil' Kim said she'll want to go with Nicki.
Well,
Lil' Kim can rap too.
Lil'
I
Kim
can see
crashed
that
out after
happening.
hardcore.
But I can see that happening.
No, she didn't.
But
You don't feel like that?
No.
hardcore. Excuse me, Your Honor. May I address the
Just
bench?
bench.
They try to assassinate me like they did to Larry Flint.
What?
Excuse my persona.
No, I don't think she crashed out with that one. But do y'all think that would be a good versus?
I think it would be exciting.
It would.
Both of them are very entertaining.
But I think it'll burn out is the new generation don't know too much about Lil' Kim, so That's why I was like,
What about the locks? They went and found some lock shit and Dipset.
But see, that's the older generation too. You got like, it's not the new generation.
I'm saying they went and found the music. They've been playing the music since. They said streaming went up.
Ooh, so that was like, oh, the young crowd. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah.
I don't know. I like the old Lil Kim. Like that last album that she dropped in 2019 was pure trash.
I didn't listen to that one. I didn't listen to that one. I like the older Lil Kim too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, after hardcore, it was like, it just started getting weaker after that.
So do y'all think that's all?
So now who writing my raps?
Yeah.
Do y'all really think Biggie was writing it?
Biggie was definitely writing it. You could hear it. You could hear Biggie all in her verses.
So was Safari rap right? Nicki raps.
Probably. Because what she been doing?
She had a baby, but like that new album she put out, it's hard. She
I
got
love Nicki. No, I think Nicki.
punchlines.
I think even before Safari, I think Nicki can rap just in general. When she was on Lil Wayne's albums back in the day as Onika,
Onika.
she can rap.
So do y'all think Cardi B can rap?
I like Cardi B's music.
I
do
think
too.
she has great delivery.
I like her music.
And I think she works with great producers and probably great songwriters. But I don't know if she might write her own music.
I would too.
She might
can
write her
see
own
her.
music. She's funny. She's funny in
She's
real
a
life,
great
so she
person
probably
to
do.
you want to
write her own
follow
music.
and you're entertained from it. Yeah.
Two people that they can take off. They can take the City Girls away.
Man, the City Girls can't rap, and I'll stamp that. They can't rap at all. If you can't rap, Silk the Shocker could not rap on beat for the life of
It's
me.
because he stuttered.
The City Girls cannot rap on beat for the life of me, and they be talking about some shit that I just, I just,
I like the City Girls.
Go ahead.
No, I
What is
I ain't
it?
gonna lie and say that their
Bitch?
music ain't little lit. Their music is lit, but
I don't listen to it.
You know, when ignorance and rap became the thing, they was like the first girls to do it.
I guess I mean it's catchy, but it's like,
One of them can rap.
JT can rap.
One of them can't. I don't know. who
JT
it's
can. JT really can rap, but you know, for some reason, she just can't get out there like Carisha.
she probably gonna get out there. But once I hear something like that, I think about lyrics, and to me, it's not there for me. It's like a Yankee Doodle into town riding on a pony.
But you know that song.
Exactly. So again, real ass bitch give a fuck about it. I mean, of course,
And Lil Yachty wrote that.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Lil Yachty wrote that song for them.
And see, and I think Megan Thee Stallion can rap. I
Yes,
think,
she definitely can
but
rap.
all her music is starting to sound the same to me.
Like
so
the baby.
I'm losing interest. The baby,
That's my nigga.
I like the baby music,
I love the baby.
but his music is starting to sound the
It
same.
all
too.
sound the same.
And then I'm a little turned off with that situation that happened with his baby mamas.
They back together.
I really got turned off when he got this tattoo on his thighs, cause I was in love with the baby. When I tell you, like, I was infatuated with this guy, and then I seen these tattoos that he got on each leg. That was such a turn off for me, and it kind of turned me off from his music. Cause I was like, that was some punk ass shit. That was like, it was like, I envisioned you like this, but when I seen that was
You
just
got
like,
thigh tats.
and there's nothing wrong with thigh
Wait,
tats.
where
It's what
are-
the
hold on, I
tattoo
gotta-
said. Go look it up.
I
It
gotta
was
look at
like,
this.
I was so disappointed. I felt like I was crushed because I was like, damn, I thought more of this guy than, what I expected. So, I mean, I still listen to his music, but me being like, liking him and just, that shit just turned me completely off. That was just like,
I said $1 billion baby.
no, not that one. Go up to the upper thigh.
It is the upper thigh.
You
Wait a
talking
minute,
about that
inside
monkey?
thigh. What they saying the
You talking about
inside?
that baby?
No,
Or
the
whatever
inside
that
the
is?
thigh. What they say?
Hold on.
What the inside thigh? He got,
Fuck bitches.
and what the other side say?
$1 billion baby. Oh. Get money.
That turned me off
Wait,
so.
why?
And it's like in the inside his thigh towards his balls.
Right.
Fuck
so
bitches get money. That was such a turn off for
it
me. It
is.
was
It's
just like,
kinda-
I just that just didn't sit right with me.
Damn.
And is
baby.
that a weird reason for me to be
I
turned
didn't
off
wanna
from
look
that?
at him any other type of way.
Fuck bitches
he
get
just
money.
been like a real ass nigga to me because he don't use auto tune. He don't.
And I think
No.
I think he can rap. I think the baby can rap, but it's the fact that like that's weird. Small shit like that can turn me completely off from a guy.
The baby, little baby. I want to have one of their babies.
It don't matter which way.
Give me a baby.
Give me a baby.
Come here, bring that dick here. Come here, bring that dick here. So after that, but what we were talking about that last episode about the baby, or was it episode before?
Him and his baby mama.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But then again, I started thinking about it. Like, we really don't know the situation. We don't know. And maybe it was something behind that, the reason why he put that out. But respect your women, man. Respect. You ain't got to do that and embarrass them like that.
She started it.
Even if she did start it, she didn't tell him that wasn't my nigga. He a pussy ass nigga. He got a little dick.
On him on social
she's
media. That's what she was getting ready to do. Her plan failed. He knew what the fuck was going on.
He tried to save her though. He kept telling
Yeah,
her
he
go
trying to
on,
save
go
her.
on.
She didn't want to be saved.
And so he had to say, "Listen, you was a
But
side bitch."
as a woman, that's just like that's a lot.
He was.
It is a lot, but you got to see how she went at the first baby mama. Like he probably let a lot of shit slide.
But the thing is, if and it goes to this: if you are a man, and if you are that man, you would have shut that shit down, and she wouldn't even been allowed to even do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I can do what I want to do. If I want to talk about your baby mama, your girlfriend, that's what I'm gonna do.
And if
What you gonna do? Beat me up?
stop fucking with you.
Then if you choose to, you do. But if you don't, keep fucking with them. Keep doing it.
But you don't do that, Danielle.
I will.
But you
Not on
don't.
social media.
That's my
I do it to
point.
your face.
That's my point. Okay, so shit ain't gonna be shown to the world. You
No,
gonna
I'm
shut
showing
that
nothing
shit.
to the world
You
like that.
you gonna shut that shit down. Like, you're not gonna allow her to do that. That's my baby mama. Just like you ain't gonna allow nobody to talk about your baby daddy.
One
This
of 'em.
you don't. No, you don't.
I try.
No, you don't. And you won't allow that to happen.
No, I
that's
won't,
that's
because
that's
the kids will see that, and
that's what I'm getting at too. That's what I'm getting at. Like, you should have shut that shit down immediately, so she wouldn't have felt like she could come out thick red bone. Which I don't have nothing wrong with the song. I mean, she light skinned. That's what it is. But all that shit would have been shut down before it even got started.
light skin,
Boundaries.
white.
You're not gonna cross these boundaries. You're not gonna intertwine with what I have going on. If me and you fucking around, it's me and you. Don't intertwine yourself with the mother of my children, because at the end of the day, that's still the mother of my child. You allowed her to do that.
So, and then when he got mad about it or whatever happened, y'all gonna. I mean, every
And
action
that-
has a reaction.
That rubs me the wrong way. You allow her to do this, and then all of a sudden you gonna flip.
Cause he told her to leave me alone. Go on, Danielle, get out my face, Danielle. She was still there. When, bitch. He said he was the baby.
I am the baby.
You don't put baby in a corner.
Nobody put baby in the corner. He did that shit. He got out of that shit for real.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
And it's like smoothly, like, even with little baby, your second baby daddy or your first baby daddy, whichever one you want to choose.
First.
When that shit happened with him and his baby mama, he did it all that. That's still the mother of my kids. We ain't together, but I ain't gonna let nobody fucking, disrespect her.
Right.
That's how it should have been. Simple as that. Because if I was a nigga, trust me, you ain't gonna disrespect my baby
Danny Lee
mama.
wanted some attention, and she got it.
I feel like she's just a lost child. She's 23. She's a baby.
How old is he?
I don't know.
He's young
He's
too.
not 30.
They babies. They need to get that shit together before they just start like.
I was highly entertained.
We were entertained, but being a mother, just seeing it kind of hurt my feelings because I just felt like she looked stupid, and it kind of saddened me a little bit.
She did.
It
She's
saddened my
26.
soul. Is she 26? How old is the baby?
29.
They still babies.
I was a grown motherfucker.
Bitch, I
grown-ass
was
people.
beating up TVs, throwing shit out the window when I was 26.
I wish we had Instagram.
I was a
I would have
kid.
put it on there too. Well, we did then.
We didn't. We
just
wasn't
didn't
in
do
there.
it.
We went into it. But I was a little psycho a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But having your relationship private is so important to the relationship.
Well, they didn't want it private. They've
Who?
been public all this time, so keep it going.
With lovey-dovey, I'm not gonna have no.
We want the good and the bad.
No, you know, you're not getting
Yeah, we
that.
do.
You don't ever see Jay-Z and Beyonce talking about good and bad on there. They know how to keep their shit private, and what goes on in-house,
Well,
it might
the
leak
baby
out.
and the girl ain't. So
Even with that situation,
I'm going to watch.
even with that situation with Beyonce and her sister in the elevator, what she say? You didn't hear nothing else about it, and she put it on the song. What she say?
Of course, some shit goes down when it's $1 billion.
That was on the elevator.
Okay.
That's how it should have been. It shouldn't have been like out in the open. Even with listening to Summer Walker album, and Cardi B got an interlude where she called her and was on her, I guess, her voicemail. And she was like, you don't let no bitch disrespect you in the public eye. Put your business out. What you do is do it through your music. I would have respected if you would have wrote a song, this little bitch. And then, you know, if you would have wrote, not going on live, like have her face there just plastered in it. And
She put her, first of all, he was minding his business, right? On live. Because I watched it. I had got on Instagram and said, the baby going live. I said, let me see what this is. He was talking for a good 20 minutes. She came out there and put her face on there.
because he was talking about her.
Well,
It couldn't have been me.
they wanted us
But
to know.
but she started it when she posted with the Plan B.
pill.
What's wrong with posting a Plan B pill? Explain
She
it.
putting them in their business.
Well.
She mad.
Well,
She's
Exactly.
letting everybody know he
So-
mad because I don't want to take this Plan B. Like
no,
that
she
ain't-
went and got the Plan B to not
She
get
said-
pregnant again.
He mad because I had a Plan B delivered to his house.
Oh. Okay, well, whatever it was, she
Either
put
way.
everybody in her business. So what
Right.
you're not gonna do is
I'm just waiting for him to say something else.
The baby, I've been watching his Instagram like
Girl,
this
they
too.
back together.
You already know, because when situations like that, you know, when you young and in love, it's hard to separate. And that goes to what we was talking about, how you could just cut some people off. Some people can't do that. They have this tie to a person that you just connected like that, and it's
I got
hard
fake
to.
scissors. Snip, motherfucker.
And I can't do that because this shit is gonna eat me up. It's like I can't cut it off unless I'm completely. But when you love somebody, you can't just.
Yes, you can. You gotta choose. Love you or love me. I'm gonna love me first.
I know that now. Back then, I didn't know that. I knew that I cared about this person. I wanted to. Their well-being was over mine,
Not me.
and I realized it can't be that way. Like I was listening to a clip. What's that lady? That lady, she was crazy. An actress. Damn, I can't remember her name. What she said was, "I'm in love with myself, and I want you to come enjoy."
Jennifer Lewis.
What was that? Her. I want you to come enjoy the love that I have for myself with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that shit is correct. I never thought about it like that.
Well, I'll cut you off. Bye.
Snip, snip.
I mean, it'll be like you never existed to me. You can be in the same vicinity with me and I won't even see you. That's how I don't erase you out. You might be like a little black block. Did you see such and such?
Who is that?
no, not at all.
And I literally didn't see him.
I'm like, such and such hit my Instagram trying to block them. Why is you still friends with them? I was like, I didn't know we was mad, but since we mad, you know.
Since we tapping in on Instagram.
Ooh.
So somebody was trying to get in touch with you, but didn't know that all three of us run this page.
Yes. Tell them what happened when they hit the inbox. So we're gonna reroute to the situation about the shit that happened with Love when the dude broke into her house. Tell them what happened on the Instagram page.
So he basically is like, I guess, trying to cop a plea. He says he wants to make us go viral. Now the thing is, I never said this man's name. Y'all never knew who he was. I never mentioned it, but he let it be known. I don't know if it was out of shade. I'm trying to figure out what was the motive. I really don't give a damn because you're not going to be on Real Fantasy.
That part.
And they don't know you. So if I called you a crackhead, then that's what you is.
I'm just
like,
saying.
why you mad at me? Because you went on a crack binge and decided to break into the only person who had your back. You decided to break into my house, and he was never going to say anything. He was, if he never found out that I had cameras, he would have never said anything. He did not give a fuck until he realized he was caught.
Yeah.
So even if I told you, Noah, no, I'm not gonna press charges, that's your dumb ass for believing me. Why should I? Give me one reason why this man, the whole couple months that I knew him, did nothing but try to manipulate me.
Manipulation.
He tried. Mm-hmm. I understood every time when he was attempting to manipulate me, and I let him know several times, you don't have to move like that with me.
Just be real.
Just be real.
Right.
So, with that being said, you never really gave a fuck. You weren't my real friend. And, my goal for our friendship was to build off of each other, build with each other, not be in a relationship, just a friendship.
Yeah.
So I guess the only type of building I can ask him to do is just a wall around that booty hole. Because you're going to jail.
Message.
Oh. And he was like, I want to tell my story. It really ain't no story.
They really don't give a fuck, honestly. If you want to let it be known, nobody gives a fuck. His friends never gave a fuck. His real friends that he thought was his friends have met with me and sat down with me and told me how he planned everything out strategically. Wow. His friends, he want to bring his baby mama into it. Baby, the charges were pressed before I ran into your baby mama, but I feel
what
like
happened with the baby mama?
Okay, so she came into my job and I was like, oh, you such and such girl. And I was like, yeah, he broke into my house. She says, what? I show her the video. She said, girl, press charges on him. The sister like, he a fucking narcissist. I can't stand him. Send his ass to jail. But the thing is, I had already pressed charges.
Yeah.
He thinking, oh, I seen them. Oh, and I was being messy. Whatever you think, I had already pressed charges. None of that was relevant. His baby mama have nothing to do with this. His child, he talking about, oh, I'm somebody's son. I'm somebody's daughter. I'm somebody's brother. I'm somebody's sister.
All right.
And guess what? Everybody in prison, somebody's son, daughter, sister, mother, grandmother.
Cousin, uncle.
You somebody's son out here on the streets and you're somebody's father. And guess what? You're going to be in jail being somebody else's son, calling somebody else your father.
It's just the fact that you allow him into your safe space and he destroyed that.
He destroyed that for the rest of my life because I don't sleep at night now. Yeah, when I tell y'all I'm tired on Mondays, I don't sleep at night. I don't go to sleep until the sun comes up every night.
Because of that bullshit.
Because I'm supposed to be okay with saying, oh, well, you apologized, whatever. But yeah, I got to live with the post-traumatic for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
No.
About damn.
No. And then it's like he knew how I've talked to him about like, yo, I don't trust people like that. I don't really let people around me because people just always seem funny. You turned out to be that same type of person. How the fuck I get robbed by somebody with buck teeth and suspenders? Y'all make this shit make sense to me. If I would have been home, it would have been a dead bunny.
You stupid.
Oh God, if I would have, and the thing is, it's like I'm so aware and I'm so in tune. It's like I knew that it was about to happen. Mm-hmm. I really did. I had not spoken to that guy in days. I said, I just feel like he up to something. All of the questions that he was asking me, all that, he was leading up to it. He planned it out strategically and he moved when he felt like it was safe. But what he didn't know is that he was on surveillance.
And he went in there to get your money to smoke crack.
Yes. 2 days later, he didn't have it. When he finally decided to contact me, I never contacted him. He contacted me, confessing. And I'm like, this got to be the fucking dumbest fucking criminal on earth because now I got you confessing on my phone. Of course, I'm recording it. Yeah. And, of course, I'm screenshotting these text messages. And I'm making sure I back it up on my iCloud because I'm going to always have this. No, so I'm sorry. But you should have never done what you did. And
I wouldn't feel sorry for that. Especially with me, I have kids and you came in and you robbed my house. I'm not gonna even. I got to get my lick back.
And that's the thing is that bro definitely would have been a piece of, on somebody's rug right now, or some buried up under somebody's house right now. Like on God, bro definitely would have been able to.
No,
If
we ain't gonna bury nobody.
No,
We gonna
and
get
I'm
our
just
lick back and put
being
him in jail.
honest. The only reason why that man is alive is because when I first saw the video, I was so shaken up and I couldn't identify the person.
No.
That's the only reason why I was like, I gotta call the cops.
Yeah, yeah.
But had I not been so mind boggled, because this was the last person on my mind, because this was one of the only people that I actually trusted.
Yeah.
So when I finally just sat down, put it up on my computer screen instead of looking at it on my phone, I was like, oh my fucking God. But by then I had already called the cops.
Yeah.
But baby, trust me.
It's going down.
Yeah.
So the lesson we learned today:
Don't trust nobody that don't trust you.
don't trust them hoes.
Don't trust these niggas.
Don't put your shit on social media. Don't trust your president. And manipulation is fucking real. You hear me? This all ties in. Manipulation is real. So we're gonna take it out on that. Y'all got something to say before we leave out of here? Dan, the baby keep us entertained. That's what Danny wanted to say.
The baby give me a baby.
And little baby give you a
Or a
little
little
baby.
baby. I want little baby to give me a little baby.
Well,
Little baby.
Because if I have a baby by the baby, he's never going to smile, he or she.
the baby
smile all
The
the
baby
time.
all the time.
He smile and frown at the same time.
He do, don't he?
That's awesome.
He look like that emoji.
Which one?
I think he's handsome.
The
He is
emoji
very handsome. I just know that when he got that tattoo on inside his thighs, that just kind of turned me off. But thank you for watching Real Fantasy Podcast on what?
I Say Podcast
Network. Stay tuned. And we got this bitch.